Really good Saturday, I think. It's never as clean as you want. I think we had 106 plays, offense and defense, 24 special teams reps. So 130 overall, which was obviously a little bit less than we had last week, but came out of it pretty healthy for the most part. Got a lot of work done. Every day you're getting something done, and there's good, there's bad every day. And I think we had 2 turnovers offensively, which out of 106 plays, probably not bad. Some nice plays on defense. Defense won the scrimmage. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but it was tight, but it came down to the 2-minute at the end of the game. So, and then we had a great practice today. I challenged them today. Just Tuesday practice. Last Tuesday I thought we were not very good, but they came out lots of energy and I like the energy the practice today. So questions?
Who's been the leader so far of the defense with the first 2 scrimmages, both on the field and also off the field?
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell leaders. You hope you have more than one. If I have just one, then we got problems. I can't tell you there's one clear-cut one. I think there's probably one at each position that tries to lead, and but we're not where we need to leadership-wise. We'll eventually get there, but I think everybody's just trying to play right now.
Defense ahead of the offense right now?
It's hard to say that. We do so much on defense. Coach Cignetti's not one to game. He's not game planning. He's not trying to. I remember a year ago he ran like 4 plays of the same play, 4 in a row. When I'm here listening to him on the headset, he's like, I want to get this on tape versus 4 different defenses. I'm like, we're trying to win the scrimmage here. Don't call 4 tosses in a row. But he wants to get plays in, which I get. He's not into game planning at this point. And so he's not really worried about that. So we didn't, there was high winds the other day as well, so we didn't throw it as much. We kind of ran a little bit more than we did throwing it. So, I wouldn't say anybody's ahead of anybody. I think, it depends on what play and what day.
That being said, what do you like about what the defense? What have they? What has stood out to you?
What stood out is guys are making plays. There's the positives, guys making plays, but sometimes they're not doing it the right way. And again, you can make a play, but if you're doing it all the wrong way, a lot of the details need cleaned up. After 10 Saturday, looked at it and I watched the tape and I'm like, yeah, you made a play, but if they'd done a little bit better, they're going to block you because you took footwork, safety, whatever it is. Just a lot of the details that you don't see on the field until you watch it on videotape. So those are all things we're trying to clean up on both sides of the ball.
That said, what allowed the defense to separate from the offense on Saturday?
It's always going to be turnovers, and one of them probably wasn't a turnover. It was a center quarterback exchange, and I think everybody jumped off sides except the center, so the ball wasn't really snapped, and they probably would have blown it dead. But the officials Saturday didn't blow it dead, so we called it a fumble. But turnovers. Anytime you turn the ball over, you're going to lose the scrimmage because you can't make that up.
You have a lot of young defensive linemen you're going to rely on this year, and you've got a lot of veteran offensive linemen. How are the young guys on the defensive side doing against some of those old guys on the offensive line?
It's a battle. You win a battle, you lose a battle. I think it's Chris, it's a battle every day. I mean, and today, our focus today, going into practice today was, adversity and success. And, you don't get better without having some failures and losing. You have to lose and get punched in the mouth once in a while to come back. So I think there's, it's a little bit of back and forth, which is what you want. If the defense is dominating the offense, or offense is killing the defense, and nobody's fighting back with the adversity, you got problems. So, the young guys are doing their own. When you talk about Sammy O is doing a great job, Jimmy Scott's doing a great job just hanging in there, getting 11 practices and haven't missed a practice yet. We do a thing called 15-15, seeing who's tough enough to make all 15. They get a nice sweatshirt after. And maybe I'll share that with you this year. Who didn't miss a practice? You'd love that, Jerry, wouldn't you?
I would. I like
you would.
that.
It'd be like your injury report. Like, hey, he only.
Not quite that good.
I'll give you all the guys, and I'll give you all the guys that got it. Okay, 15-15. But it's a battle every single day out there. And Sammy, Jimmy, the Ghost is doing a nice job. But then on the other side of the ball, you look at Ryan Bayer's doing a good job. He's got a ton of snaps at left tackle, right guard, left guard. I'm trying to think who are the other younger guys up front. Not as many young guys on the offensive line. Anybody?
BJ.
Who?
BJ.
BJ. Probably, I don't think I've mentioned BJ. Forget about the offensive lineman, right? We all forget. BJ's done an unbelievable job. BJ's going to be a great player here. He's getting snaps with the twos. We've moved Terrence Moore a little over, played some tackle stuff as well, just because BJ's done a nice job. It's like, hey, let's see BJ. We know now we can cross-train, Terrence Moore to get some other stuff in So he's done an outstanding job, and he's hanging right in with anybody, with the ones and the twos.
Pat, just looking at the highlights that are posted on social media, it looks like Bengali Kamara is making a lot of plays. Is it safe to say he's had one of the better springs on this team?
Bengali's, he's scary. I mean, like, I'm standing behind the offense, and I feel that guy, you know. And if there's a linebacker I felt Saturday, it was number 11. Now, I watch a videotape, and it's not as pretty, and, like, what are you doing? Like, you know, so he did some stuff that, you know, you aren't going to get away with, too. So, you know, I let him know that, but you feel him out there.
Is it more like hero ball type of thing that come out of his responsibility?
Yeah,
to
a
try
little
to,
bit, yeah. That's, you know, it's fine, and, you know, that a boy, tap him on the back, and, you know, I liked it on the field. And when I watch the tape, I'm going, we're going to get our butts kicked if he keeps doing this a lot.
At about 4 weeks in, how would you evaluate what you've seen from your quarterback position?
You know, I got Phil stepping up here today. Obviously, you know, Phil's back over here. He's been outstanding, like we thought. I think he got maybe 25 snaps. Last 2 scrimmages, we've seen a lot of good things in practice. That, you know, just going to keep him safe and then find out what we got. You know, I think right now Christian and my man Nate, you know, they're in a battle right now. And Ty's done some really nice things, so they're in battle for that number 2 spot, and you know, we'll just keep evaluating it. It'll be something that goes into the summer.
What about
Tell you the kicking situation. Let's go to kicker. You know, we got 2 good punters because we never talk about those guys. You guys never ask me questions, but you know, Junko's doing a nice job. Jeff's doing a nice job as well. There's a battle going on there. Ben Saul's up until today, and I think he was 100% today. He's hit 88% of his field goals. I don't know if I've ever seen that. He hit a 60-yarder the other day, and it was good, probably from 65. I'm like, holy cow. And even Franco today, we didn't have any extra conditioning after practice today because he had a 46-yarder. So we pulled him out of the dorm rooms. I think he was up in Sutherland and Hall. We yanked him out. So Franco's done a nice job too.
What about the offensive line as far as how they've been able to gel? You know, some of these guys you've been around, but still playing together is always a tough thing.
Well, Branson Taylor missed a couple of days, but you know, I think we're going to be fine up front. I mean, they're seeing the great thing about, you know, there's Bengali, Mr. Discipline. Like will you smile? He doesn't smile. He doesn't smile much. You know, the O-line, you know, they're doing a nice job. We do so many things on defense. They're getting it. You know, the things that we do on defense they won't see all year. I think that's one of the things. And our offense is getting prepared for just about anything they'd ever see. You know, they're never going to see the 6-man pressure that we get every day. You know, they're getting 35-40% of different stuff. You know, which you test all your protection rules. That's for sure, right? But you never have to deal with it during the season, thank God. But so that's kind of, I think they've done a nice job. You know, it's a day by day. It's a slow process on the offensive line, as always.
I've got a couple more, and we'll get you on players. Anyone else?
Especially young wide receivers, you know, lose some depth there.
Yeah, Izzy, you know, Polk has done a nice job. You know, Day Reynolds has really stepped up. We're happy with where he is. Just is a new guy coming in. You know, you can watch videotape and like him, but you know, he's really stepped up and helped us out there. And then Seymour was out for a couple of days, but you know, both of those guys show a lot of promise. You know, be fun to watch them in the spring.
How about Miles?
Miles Austin has done a great job, and again, Miles is a guy that's just slowly. You know, you can count on him. You know what he's going to do. He's gotten faster. I think he's gotten tougher. I think he's, you know, just like you hope he makes the progress, and you develop those guys. And he's a developmental guy when he got here, just like Seymour will be, and just like Polk will be. And you know, we hope he gets better, even better in the fall.
Coach, thank you very much.